Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are well. I want to take a look at USDCAD again. Um, my opinion on the short term is a little bit different. I was marking this one up, I believe it was Friday night, and I debated on putting out a video for it, but I think I need to go ahead and knock it out. So we're going to do a multiple time frame analysis, and I'm starting off on the monthly, which is the time frame that I look at, and I drill down. On each time frame, I'm looking for what's called a swing low and a swing high, because I want to find out the highest probability areas where price has the potential to reverse. This is going to give me insight into what I do on the lower time frame. It also helps me to determine about how long price can travel a certain direction. Now, if you aren't that familiar or that comfortable with finding those key points, I encourage you to take a look at the no-cost mini course. It's got that info and a lot of other stuff that will be beneficial to you so that you can follow along in my analysis. You can click the link in the video description and get more information. Okay, so next, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just making sure that I've got everything selected. And so I'm just eyeballing on the chart. Excuse me. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to go down to the daily, and I'm going to do this again. Let me make sure I turn my color. Okay. I think I'm almost good for the daily. I see a high there. I think I see another high here. I want to double check this just to make sure I got it right. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. That must be on the 4. But let me look at this. The high is 137472. This high, 134. No. Huh. Okay. So the system is not picking that up as a high. I won't either. So I'm gonna go down to the 4. So this is a high. Let me grab my tool. So we got a high here. We're on the 4, so I'm gonna change this to gray. And then I'm gonna drop this here. Drop this here. That's a lot of resistance zones. Ooh-wee. Okay, I believe I have a zone here. And then I think we have one here. So I'm gonna double check just to make sure. I missed one. Oh no, I didn't, because the system hasn't picked this up as a low yet, because it's still forming. So I believe after this 4-hour candle, we should, if it continues to move to the upside, we should get this counted as a new low. So I'm not gonna mark off the old low. So I think I'm good. What I'll do now is I'm gonna go back to the monthly, and then what I will do is I'm going to use my Fibonacci tool. Now the move has been to the downside. You guys see that since 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. And so price moved to a low of 1.198 in 2021. And then we've kind of been moving to the upside ever since. And so what I want to look at is on a larger scale. I wanted to see if we had hit an extension. So looking at this from the downside, this sequence is still active. The low for USDCAD sits right below monthly support. I'm going to turn this into a green line. And then I'm going to delete. And then to the upside, I want to see if we have hit, and it's probably not going to give it to me on this time frame. So we hit a D extension over here. We hit it back in 22, and price has kind of been playing in this zone. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to go down because a monthly, it gives you a lot of information that you can't do much with right now. So now I'm going to look at this from the other side, from the weekly, and it may give me the same info. Now, according to this, if price is in fact moving to the upside, if we are able to break above this 140 area, then theoretically price should travel to 150. But before getting there, there's a lot of resistance that has to be broken in order for that to happen. You've got weekly resistance, you've got monthly, 2 levels of monthly resistance. But if we do break above 140, I would say that it's a high probability that price is traveling to that 146.5 area, which is monthly resistance, before we see it do anything else. But you got to keep in mind too that this is a higher time frame, and so there's a lot going on, or that has to happen before we can even get there. So my bias, I'm going to say, is still to the downside on the higher time frame, but I want to look at this from the top because we hit a significant level, right? We hit a weekly resistance level and price pushed down drastically off of that level. I want to tell you guys what I see. We have an A high, a B low, a very shallow pullback, meaning that momentum was so strong on this move to the downside in the month of August, and it looks like price is finding a level of support. So according to the Fibonacci setup, what we have here is the opportunity for price to make a move to the upside before the continuation to the downside. So once price finds a low, I would anticipate that we're going to see it move to the upside. Now, to play it safe, I would probably only buy it in 138, I think it is. But looking at structure, I see the potential for price to travel to 1385. And then theoretically, what's supposed to happen is once we reach this level, the 38.2, the 50, or the 61.8, that we see price start to move and finish out the sequence. And so on the table, I believe there's an opportunity for roughly, what is this, 150 pips to the upside, with, if we get the sell signal, right? Because we're not just going to enter, we're going to make sure that we get the sell signal, with the opportunity for a move to the downside if we're able to break below this weekly level. But I honestly probably would just take it to the weekly level. You're looking at about 220 pips. So all in all, I believe there's an opportunity on the table for a little over 400 pips, and you could play it to both sides. Now, as far as how I would set this up, I wouldn't take the setup based off the daily. I would continue to drill down. I'm going to get rid of this because we understand where we are, and I'm going to set this up to buy. So I'm going to click above my last high, and I take it to the next swing high, which is over here. I am going to double check to make sure that I've drawn this correctly, and I have. and I'm going to go down. Now I got to drill down, right? I have to drill down because I want to see if we have gotten the signal on the lower time frame. I'm going to adjust this. Well, I'm not, because I'm going to adjust it on the higher time frame. So I'm going to take the last touch to the next touch, which is here, and I will adjust it. So I'm watching, and I'm going to just check. Oh, it ain't giving it to me. Let me see if it'll give it to me on the lower time frame. Now, a trend line on the higher time frame is definitely stronger than a trend line on the lower time frame. So it is not yet giving me what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go down one more because it just may not be time yet for it to give it to me, and it's not. So what I'm gonna be looking for is I'm looking for a break, a strong break to the upside. And just to show you, let me go back. I'm gonna go back to the hour. So if we look at this, let me get the fib. If we look at this, you got the same setup on the 1 hour. The exact same setup. So there's potential for price to travel to 136.37. Let me go back to the 4 and see where the D extension is. Yeah. So there's potential for price to go down to that 4 hour level, right? Or even below the 4 hour level and take profit here. And then we may see it start to break through this this 4 hour. So let me hold on. I'm doing too much. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is what I'm waiting to see on the lower time frame. I want to see price find support and then bullishly break across this inner trend line that will form. And then I want to see it break across this 4 hour level. So we may push down again first before we get that. And then I want to move to the upside, at least to the 38.2. But look how many levels of resistance we got to get through first. If we get through all of these levels of resistance, I would expect, this is just my personal opinion, I would expect to see price test this level of resistance before making a move to the downside. So we talking about a 50 pip difference or so. But my bias on USDCAD for right now is to the upside. It's a short term, I think, counter trend play. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and how are you playing this. If you got in on the sale, kudos to you. I have been waiting for this drop, and it actually pushed about 60 to 70 pips higher than what I thought it was before it dropped. So I am looking forward to the opportunity to catch some pips on USDCAD this week. Okay, so I appreciate you guys for watching. If the video was helpful to you at all, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with somebody who may be trying to learn this skill set like you. I hope you guys have a very profitable week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.